Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? You guys doing good too? I'm doing good too. Let's get on today's video session. Here we go. Yeah, how you like rocking on music on my channel as always. So welcome back on my video session today. So we are going to be continuing on the Panasonic Q games console as always. Because the concept of Panasonic Q doesn't let us go away, does it? Because every time um Nintendo has given the license to Panasonic, he just did the right thing. Every forthcoming Nintendo games console we always seen, they always had missing games. Okay, and in my previous video where I was talking about Nintendo GameCube and Nintendo Wii, we had quite a lot of missing games as well. Yeah, we know we had motion game controls, which is a different approach to Nintendo GameCube controller. But in my opinion, Nintendo GameCube had one of the best game control ever on a Nintendo games console. Trust me on that. They even released adapters, right, for the GameCube controllers to play with Super Smash Bros. Yeah, they did stuff like that. And if you look at every single game that's getting produced, was pretty amazing, wasn't it? Though with the Panasonic and Nintendo being together, it was the most important thing that ever person can dream of. Where we know the original Nintendo GameCube was released in September 2001, and the Panasonic Q games console was released in the same year on December 2001. Alright, these are the release dates. So the original Nintendo GameCube came in September, and then follow up Panasonic one came in December. Both in the same year, by the way. The reason for making these games is simple. I still think the Nintendo GameCube still has a potential over the forthcoming consoles. Now, the Panasonic Q games console was one of the most attractive games console and very expensive. And I think, in a way, releasing a Panasonic games console was a really, really good idea. A very, very good idea for releasing one of these. Because the further consoles didn't do nothing. But even if you look at the further Nintendo consoles, they weren't good as the Panasonic Q, still were they? No. Not in terms of games console. Because this Panasonic Q had multimedia in it as well. Not only just playing games, okay? This is a very, very important piece of hardware that nobody can ever beat. Panasonic Q still remains one of the best and the greatest games console ever manufactured we have ever seen. It still is. If the forthcoming modern consoles couldn't beat this thing. But aim of this video is that we got Panasonic and Nintendo on one console, which was a real big thing. And the other thing is that Nintendo GameCube still has a leap over the new consoles. I'm not saying that Nintendo Wii and Wii U are bad consoles, but it still has missing games. If you want them games, you will not get them even on the Nintendo Wii U. You wouldn't get them. No. So let's get started. First of all, we're gonna go on Nintendo GameCube games. Which games, right, did the Nintendo GameCube have that the Nintendo Wii U never got? And in my opinion, from my research, the games I've seen on the Nintendo GameCube, they never appeared on the Nintendo Wii U, which is a great shame. Okay, here we go. Nintendo GameCube games. Bloody Roar Primal Fury. Bloody Roar Primal Fury. This is a 3D fighter where you're a human, you fight a human, and you do all the special moves. Then you turn into a beast mode and you start going chow, 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 two, 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 whoa, two, 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 two. A great 3D fighting game, plays really well, good graphics, plays really well. The movement in 3D is so amazing. This game did not appear in Nintendo Wii U in any form or shape. Okay? Capcom versus SNK 2EO. We also got Capcom versus SNK Chaos. Alright? Chaos was a better game with better characters and all that, better stages. But the problem here still arises. This was a great fighting game with Capcom and SNK. Two companies in one. But this game didn't appear on that console again. Because it was a great fighting game. It just missed a great opportunity, hasn't it? Really? Okay. F-Zero GX, one of the most amazing racing games you will ever play, which was made by Sega Nintendo. Wow, check it out. With absolutely stunning graphics, good playability, and good spaceships, and absolutely incredible stages in this game. This game was one of the most amazing high-speed racing game you will ever see on any games console ever developed. And it has missed on this one as well. Big time. Alright. Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Metroid Prime is a original first-person shooter which had good graphics and gameplay. And then we got Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, which improved upon it with better cutscenes, much better graphics and gameplay. And again, we didn't get to see Metroid Prime 4. Nintendo kept on making promises about Metroid Prime 4. We didn't get the game in whatsoever. We did get to see a demo of it, but what happened? We just got a demo of it, and then the game never released. This is a great first-person shooter, a great action game, not to be missed. Okay, and then we got Soul Calibur 2. Soul Calibur 2 is a legendary weapon-based fighting game by Namco, and this had an extra stage and an extra character called Link, which this version became the best version of this game called Soul Calibur 2. But why didn't we get a next game of Soul Calibur on Nintendo Wii U? Oh my gosh, imagine the HD graphics and the hardware the Nintendo Wii U used. it would have been a much better game. We didn't get a chance to see that. So that's a great shame. So we didn't get that game. Starfox Assault. It's one of the Starfox games that you see on Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. But Starfox is such an important and one of the best space combat action game you'll ever play. This game has flight simulation action, platforming, and driving vehicle action. This is a game that to reckon force with. And we did get to see this game, alright, as a Star Fox Zero. But we got it so late. Really, really late. I think we should have got it in the first 2 years. But we got the game so late when the machine was about to go. But why? We should have got this game so early. But still, we did get it, which was good. Ooh, very lucky. So Star Fox Zero was a better game than the GameCube version, which was like as good as that. We got one of them. So yeah, there you have it. Star Wars Rogue Leader, Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3 Rebel Strike. This Star Wars games were absolutely amazing. The game gave stunning graphics, good gameplay. I even think that these games, right, are much better than movies. So the movies they're based on are from the old Star Wars movies, but this game is much better. I didn't expect too much from the movies. I didn't like the story, didn't like nothing about it. Everything in the movies was just dumb and boring. But these games are really, really epic, made by Factor 5. They did a good job of this game. Some of them, my gosh, flight, space combat, action in this game is far better than the movie. Trust me. I didn't expect too much from the movie. Usually the movie would just keep on. They're just looking through the window every time, but they weren't showing the action properly. Just sometimes they go do, and they just keep on changing the scene. How boring! This will get you to close to the action. Whatever you also always wanted to see, it's in this game. Apparently, why didn't we get a Nintendo Wiiu game for Star Wars? Imagine a Star Wars game would be much epic than the GameCube, but the GameCube still wins over the Wii U for Star Wars. Wave Race Blue Storm. Wave Race Blue Storm has great graphics and good gameplay. It's riding speedboats and it has one of the most amazing water effects seen in a video game. That's guaranteed, man. Here, it's one of the funniest speedboat water based game you'll ever see. It's such a really enjoyable game. You're going around these pools and this kind of like flag type kind of things. You have to stay between them to stay within the game and the races. You have to keep on driving really fast in this. It's a racing game. It's a really, really good game, this is. But again, Wave Race didn't bring it to Wii U. Imagine the water effects we've seen on the GameCube. What amazing water effects we will see on the Nintendo Wii U. Didn't get a chance to see all that. Warioworld, a 3D platformer with Wario in there. This game is not very entertaining, but still, it's an average platformer. Not one of Nintendo's best efforts when it comes to platforming, but still, this was a okay platformer, which had some nice gameplay from the Game Boy Advance version. I think it's called Wario Land 4. It had all the moves in this 3D style, which was really good. It wasn't a difficult side of things. This game wasn't very easy to play. But why wasn't there any Mario game on the Wii U? Oh man, what is Nintendo doing, man? Why there's so many missing tiles on there? Okay, that's another one. UFC Throwdown. Now this game is a 3D fighting game. You probably heard about UFC tournaments, which used to come on. I think it comes on Sky Sports or something like that. It's a really a big sport where we're fighting. I'm not a big fan of this kind of sports. It doesn't really entertain me, but it's good to see one of these kind of fighting games. But it's still a good fighting game, even if it's not one of my favorite ones. This game, right, was pretty good, but it didn't get to see on the Nintendo Wii U home console again. It missed out on this one as well. Oh gosh, this is a third party game, but wasn't on there apparently. Right, Virtua Striker 2002, one of the latest Sega football game, arcade style game, which came on Nintendo GameCube. This game was really, really good. It's pretty good, I would say, for an arcade style football game. I think I would have been happy enough if we got Virtua Striker 2003 Nintendo Wii U. How many times are we gonna keep on missing this game? Why aren't they releasing this kind of stuff on there? I don't know why they didn't come on it. The system was struggling too much. It missed on this football game as well. How much more we're gonna miss out there? And the next one, Metal Gear Solid. This is made from the original Metal Gear Solid. Wow. This version of Metal Gear Solid on Nintendo GameCube with absolutely stunning graphics and gameplay. But in this game, you get to do the stealth. And yes, you also got the first person view. What was in Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance? That part's in this game as well. They put everything all in one in this game. This game is top notch. Well, no Metal Gear Solid on Nintendo Wii U again. 1080 Avalanche. One of one of the most amazing snowboarding game you would ever see in your life. Stunning backgrounds. Wow, what a graphics gameplay in this game. The way he plays is so smooth. It's top of the range this game is. It does a really good job. Very high performance. Why didn't I get to see this game? Oh man, imagine seeing these beautiful graphics on the Wii U hardware. The architecture it used. It was a different architecture. Nope. Didn't get it. XG3 Extreme G Racing. Stunning graphics, good gameplay. I don't know if it's the best game in the series, but it did look the job. Looked pretty good. It's a really, really incredible game to play on the GameCube. Very high speed motorbike racing action. Missed out on this one as well. Missed out big time on this one. Okay, so these are the Nintendo GameCube games that should have appeared on Nintendo Wii U. It should have shined even more, but you didn't get to see all these games. Okay, now I'm gonna yeah. Now we're gonna see how good was Nintendo Wii U games. How good were they? We know the Panasonic Q and Nintendo did a good job being together, creating a multimedia games console, and still Nintendo GameCube being on that same console. It was a big thing because it still had the most majority Nintendo exclusives still faithful to Nintendo GameCube. They still went on the Wii U. Here we go. Nintendo Wii U games, okay? New Super Mario Bros. This is a game that started the tenderness with Super Mario Bros. Now this is a more modern game for Super Mario Bros. Called New Super Mario Bros. This game's got really good graphics, good gameplay. There's a lot of challenges to have this in this game. Not an easy game to play. You want a big challenge in this game? This game's the one. Very good boss battles in this game. Very exciting dial tone. Check it out. Super Mario 3D World. Well, it's giving you already away. Says 3D in it. This is a 3D platformer. Every Nintendo games console had a new Super Mario game in 3D. So this is another exception where Super Mario 3D World is absolutely a game to be reckoned forth with. Stunning graphics and gameplay. This game is just absolutely incredible in platforming. Even when you keep collecting this some kind of item in this, it turns from one Mario to two, to two to three, three to four, then there's four Marios. And you know, four of these Marios, they're all firing fireballs. This is an incredible piece of game, man. Super 3D World. In my opinion, Super Mario 3D World might be one of the best Mario games I have ever played. Trust me, it's very highly enjoyable. Check this game out. Mario Kart 8 has being a 3D racing game, it has my vote to be one of the best driving games ever. Mario Kart 8, better than all the other racing games you get from other developers. This game has it all. It has karts, scooters, and big cars in it. This game has it all. And parachutes. Anti-gravity. Going upside down. It's incredible, man. It has it all, man. This game's top-notch in gameplay. There isn't a game that can actually challenge this game. Mario Kart definitely has my vote as being the best racing game. Also, the F-Zero GX. It's a really good game, but that's not on cars, is it? It's more like spacecrafts and stuff like that. Maybe F-Zero GX is probably the greatest driving game to ever, but if we look at cars and all that kind of things, Mario Kart 8 is the best driving racing experience you ever get from a video game. High standard stuff, man. Check this game out. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. Okay. We did have some on the GameCube. I really think the GameCube game was better than the one on Wii U for Mario Tennis. This is not one of the best Mario Tennis games. There's not much variety to this game, but still it has really beautiful graphics and gameplay. If you're a fan of Mario Tennis, just check it out. Splatoon is one of the most original games you get, where this guy's got these kind of guns there. They're shooting at inks and all that kind of stuff. And they can clear all the paths by shooting these inks and also stuff like that. And you have to cover the most ink over your opponent to win this game. This game is tops. It's top original IP game from Nintendo. Check this game out, man. It's totally incredible. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD This originally came on the Nintendo GameCube, which was a non-HD game. Okay, obviously just the same game, but it presented in HD. This is one of the best HD game I have ever seen in my life. It looks really, really HD. It really looks high quality HD, man. So if you ever played Zelda Wind Waker HD, you know what to expect from this game. Great graphics in HD. I'll give you that to this gameplay and all the qualityness you got from the original Nintendo GameCube is all here. So this has to be the best version of Zelda Wind Waker HD. Check it out. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Wow, we got Captain Toad's own 3D platformer, where Captain Toad has never appeared in his own game. This is first of its kind to have Captain Toad his own platform game. Great graphics, good playability, lot of puzzle solving to be done in this game. Very absorbing game. It's all the concept you saw in Super Mario 3D World, where there were some like stages in Super Mario 3D World. This whole game is like that. It's not boring, it's not repetitive. It's really good, this game is. It's very original. It's very, very exciting, addictive to play. Check this game out, man. Super Mario Maker. So you got like Mario games in there, stuff like that. But you are designing the levels the way you want it to be. You create them. You create them. You play them. It's like being a designer. It's like being a game developer and stuff like that. This game is really good. And you can design all sorts of levels and make your friend play the hardest levels. Make the hardest level in this game and see if your friend can make it through this game. It's really entertaining. Check this game out. Hyrule Warriors, based on Zelda characters, which has Link as the main character. It's made on Dynasty Warriors. They're using all the swords and stuff like that. Hyrule Warrior is a great action sword fighting battlefield game. This is a really, really impressive game where Ganondorf is actually in this game. You get to select lots of characters. You get to select Ganondorf in this game. You can choose this guy as well in this game. You have to keep on playing this game. You unlock loads and loads of characters in this game. This game is really, really good. Hyrule Warriors, very fun, fast-paced action swordplay battlefield game. Yoshi's Woolly World, one of the best platform games with Yoshi in it. Definitely. There was one on the N64. The game was terrible. It wasn't that good. But this Yoshi's Woolly World, it has to be Yoshi's best platform game, which includes himself in there. This game is basically Yoshi's own game. It's a great platform game where he's got like wool, all kind of threads. He makes them in the platform, in the stages, and it's playing away with them. And you do all sorts of things on swinging, jumping on them, all sorts of stuff like that in this game. A very good game. Check it out. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. It says Donkey Kong Country, so it's based on the original Super Nintendo games. Is it actually better than Super Nintendo games? Far better. Far better. It's made by Retro Studios. This game is this time around. The graphics and gameplay is to reckon for with this game. Even at the character select screen, it goes do 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 do. Really good graphics, gameplay, and the music in each stage is crazy. The music soundtracks in game are really good in this game. You have to check this game out. All the swinging, all the jumping, and all the best boss battles is all in this game, man. It's not one of the best Donkey Kong game to be, in my opinion. I preferred the one on the GameCube, one called Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, than this game. But still, this game is really good. You have to check it out. Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2. Third party game. This is a great action adventure game. Okay? In the first Bayonetta game, you get to see great action game by Bayonetta, where she's fighting away and all sorts of things like that happening. She's jumping one platform to another. In Bayonetta 2, the action's even more tense, much better graphics and gameplay. It has one of the most amazing action from a Bayonetta game. I can tell you that. At the start, you can see also things he's running away and just fighting and doing all sorts of things. And then also there's like a scene is like really dark. It's like being in another universe. She's like in a mech. She's going all sorts of action. She's fighting away using mechs. This game's totally insane. Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2. Check it out, man. Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I haven't played much of this game that much, to be honest. But it's one of the original games that you see on Nintendo Wiiu. I just can't remember what this is. You have to just check it out yourself. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. One of the most amazing Zelda games you ever play with the Link character in there. Trust me on that. This game is totally insane. The starting, right, but first of all, the cutscenes were good. The graphics, gameplay, where the cutscene you can see, and then when you start in the game, you got to see this technology in this game. It's just absolutely incredible game. Then you're going into this very big open world and all sorts of environments like that. The 3D stages are really big, very large, and then you get to fight in different styles with the enemies in these kind of fields and dungeons. This game's one of the greatest Zelda games you ever play. Check this game out, man. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. It's the same game that we've seen on Nintendo GameCube, but this time around is in HD. I've never really enjoyed this game that much. Not in the original Nintendo GameCube. All it is that this game is just in HD. Looks better, the graphics are pretty good on it. If you like Twilight Princess game, you're gonna love this game. Because this game is in HD. Check it out. Warioworld 3 Hyper. There's many versions to Warioworld 3. This is one by far the easiest one, with stunning graphics and good gameplay. This game has loads of characters, man. It's got characters from Dead or Alive, you know. It's got characters like Rubusa, Aine, Kasumi, and many other characters like Nobunaga Oda, Sakushima. All sorts of characters are. And Libu, nice to laugh. This game is absolutely crazy. Very good action adventure game. You're looking for great swordplay. A lot of different weapons from each different characters has. This game is the record for. So it's absolutely enjoyable from start to finish. You have to check this game out. It's really impressive bosses in this game. Even the last stage in this game has amazing, epic music. La la la. I can't remember it, but the game's epic. You can't get off this game, man. You want to keep on playing it till you don't complete the game. I really enjoyed this game a lot. I don't know about a lot of other people. Think the game is really enjoyable. I kept on playing this game on Nintendo Wii U till I didn't complete the game. It's a really good game. I think it should have got a higher mark than what it is. It's a shame that even Nintendo Magazine didn't score it high. Why? But this game's flipping good, man. Very good game. So there you have it. So these are all the differences even from GameCube. The games that didn't appear on Wii U. And Wii U did have a lot of quality games too. It's a still incredible piece of hardware. Where Nintendo Wii U had a gamepad, you can play without a television. Your TV screen can be the gamepad where you can see all of this icons on the Wii U and play the games on the gamepad. Some of the games were disappointing because some of the games you couldn't play on the gamepad, only in the television. I didn't actually like that. So it did stuff like that. It was a new revolution in technology. Pretty good. And the Wii U gamepad didn't have any wires. You could sit away from it without wires and enjoy it like playing like on a handheld device. Really good stuff. Panasonic Q has still the boost, I would say. Nintendo joining Panasonic was a great thing. Panasonic Q games console and DVD player system is still an important part when it comes to Nintendo games console because there's still games that exclusive games on the Nintendo GameCube, and top of that you get top of the range features from the Panasonic company giving you Panasonic Q, where it had incredible things it was doing like a strong chassis, mirror faceplate, blue LED LCD display, DVD play buttons, feature buttons on the left and on the right, and 4 control buttons with blue LED light. A lot of ports at the back for your home theater, for your television. This thing was crazy, man. Panasonic Q still has my votes as being the best games console ever manufactured, and is made by Panasonic. Very good. Panasonic Nintendo did a good job joining together. Still, you're gonna end up going on Nintendo GameCube. If you're gonna go and do that, then you should go and buy yourself a Panasonic Q games console because Panasonic Q games console is still one of the finest state-of-the-art game console that can never be beaten by any games console. So do purchase one if you still feel that Nintendo GameCube still has the best exclusive games that were made by Nintendo, but didn't even appear on Nintendo Wii and Nintendo Wii U. So I will highly recommend that Panasonic Q games console to be bought. I'll personally buy one for myself. I know I'm doing the reviews, but Panasonic Q games console is a very amazing state-of-the-art games console. We should say state-of-the-art Panasonic Q games and DVD console. So I hope you guys enjoy my video. I hope guys will purchase a Panasonic Q Games console. What it's still capable of is still worth to buy one in 2020 because they still haven't released them games even on the new modern consoles. They still haven't done it. So I hope you guys understand what I'm saying today, and it has given you depth, knowledge on the Panasonic Q Games console and Nintendo GameCube having the best exclusive games. Give your likes, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye from now.